You're listening to AI PRISM from Seoul Economic Daily.
It's Friday, July 3rd. Let's look at a business story shaping corporate Korea. Imagine spending $145 billion on top-of-the-line AI tech, only to realize you have to rent out last year's models just to balance the book.
Right, which sounds totally counterintuitive.
It really does. But that is exactly what Meta is doing right now. And today we are unpacking 5 crucial board-level signals across AI, power, minerals, and regulations that honestly demand a total reassessment of your corporate infrastructure.
Yeah, what's fascinating here is how the very definition of a strategic asset is flipping. I mean, Meta is actively leasing out their older A100 and H100 GPUs.
Even while maintaining that massive $145 billion capital expenditure budget for 2026.
Exactly. They are keeping that budget while renting out the old hardware.
Okay, let's unpack this. I mean, it's like a rental car company leasing out last year's models while simultaneously buying a whole new fleet. Does this mean locked-in AI compute is actually becoming a balance sheet liability rather than a long-term advantage?
It absolutely is. And, well, the hidden mechanism driving that liability is power. You can't just plug these massive new data centers into a standard grid.
Right, they draw way too much juice.
Way too much. Next-generation AI chips draw exponential wattage compared to traditional processors, and they run incredibly hot.
Oh, absolutely.
So to support them, you need entirely rebuilt grid architectures, liquid cooling systems, specialized high-voltage transformers.
And that is exactly where Korean power firms are just cleaning up. Like HD Hyundai, Hyosung, and Ellis Electric just secured 2.6 trillion won. That's roughly $1.9 billion in data center contracts.
Wow, that is a massive windfall.
It is. Ellis Electric alone booked 1.2 trillion won just in the first half of 2026. Because of this specialized power demand, combined sector operating profits are projected to jump 38% to 2.99 trillion won.
But, here's the bottleneck. You can have all the AI chips and data center designs in the world, right?
Sure.
But if you don't have the specific raw materials to build those high-voltage transformers and cooling systems, those data centers never turn on.
Exactly. Which brings us to the massive pivot we are seeing in global supply chains.
Yeah.
POSCO is committing $16.7 trillion, so about $11.9 billion, to a heavy pivot into lithium, LNG, and overseas steel.
Yeah, and we are seeing similar moves domestically, too. Actually, Korea's Sangdong Tungsten mine is resuming production after 32 years of being closed.
Wait, 32 years?
Yeah, a long time. And they are targeting 4,600 tons annually.
Wow.
That instantly makes Korea the second largest tungsten producer in the world.
Right behind China, who puts out a staggering 67,000 tons. So why is this rush for mineral sovereignty happening right now?
Look at the changing geopolitical landscape. I mean, Chinese automakers just outsold Japanese brands in Europe for the first time by unit volume.
Oh, really? I didn't realize it had flipped already.
It did, and they are projecting 10 million total auto exports this year. Controlling these critical minerals means controlling the future of global hardware, period.
So while China tries to monopolize the physical supply chain, we're seeing the exact same turf war over digital real estate, right?
Precisely. Google's €4.13 billion EU antitrust fine is now legally final. The European Court of Justice basically cracked down on digital market access.
So if we strip away all the legal jargon, what does that actually mean?
It means Google can't force phone makers to pre-install Google Search just to get access to the Google Play Store. It's like a dealership forcing you to buy their car stereo if you want to be allowed to buy their tires. It is just illegal bundling.
So what does this all mean for you, the executives actually having to navigate this shifting landscape?
For executives modeling AI infrastructure as a fixed cost, Meta's excess compute acknowledgement means you must pressure test pricing against a market where hyperscalers compete on older inventory. The POSCO and Sangdong developments prove strategic mineral sourcing is now a direct choice between China-controlled supply and geopolitically stable allied alternatives. Finally, the definitive Google ruling makes it a time-sensitive board action item to legally review any structurally equivalent bundling practices in EU-served markets.
That leaves you with a critical question to mull over this weekend. With Meta having to lease out old compute inventory and utility equipment companies watching their profits surge by 38%, are the true long-term winners of the AI revolution. Actually, the companies building the power grid rather than the tech giants themselves. AI PRISM CEOs. AI-assisted reviewed WAN-IFRA. Back tomorrow. #CoSPI.
You've been listening to AI PRISM from Seoul Economic Daily.